Some games are so bad that you can play them for only a minute or two and just know automatically that they're going to be a worthless piece of crap. And The Fall Guy definitely belongs in that category. Honestly, this game is so fucking bad that I don't know why Elite even bothered to buy the license for the TV show, much less make the damn thing. I didn't think The Fall Guy was that popular back in the 80s, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was. So anyway, let's get into it. The Fall Guy for the Commodore 64. Since the game came out back in 1984, I'm willing to cut the graphics some slack. But having said that, even for the time period, some of these graphics still look pretty shitty. In particular, I'll focus on Lee Majors' character. This thing doesn't even look anything remotely like Lee Majors from the TV series. He looks all fat and gray and white. Christ, he doesn't look like Lee Majors. He looks like a fucking medieval serf or Quasimodo. At least in the Aliens game, they tried to make the main character look a little like Ripley, but here, forget it. And what's even worse is that the scenery actually looks pretty good. It seems like they spent so much time on the mountains and the lake and the trees and the train that when they got to the main character they said, "Aw, fuck it, just put a gray hobbit in there, no one's gonna care." Oh, and I love how they put Elite on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Let me tell you something, this game is pretty fucking far from Elite. And if I were this game company, I would not be emblazoning my name all over this piece of shit. As for the controls, I can't complain about them too much, because there's really not much there to begin with. You use the left and right directional buttons to move back and forth and the control button to jump. And that's it! One complaint I do have about the controls is that they're very slippery. Since the character can't stop on a dime, you can sometimes lose a life by accidentally sliding off a platform. Now the controls aren't as bad as say Darkman or RoboCop 2 for the NES, but it's still pretty annoying nonetheless. But when it comes to badness, the controls have nothing on the gameplay. Actually, I'm not even sure if gameplay is the right term because this is a game that you can hardly play. Your job in this game is to perform stunts for a movie and earn money. You start the first level or scene on top of a train tunnel. Once the scene starts, you have to go onto the top of the train and jump over obstacles. And every time you successfully jump over an object, you get $100 or points. This money is added to the capital on the lower left hand side of the screen. But your capital is constantly going down because it costs money to film. And to beat the level, you have to have some money left by the time the shooting is over. Whatever you have left is your salary for the shoot. So to make any money, you have to keep hopping across shit over and over again. I don't know what kind of fucking movie would accept a stuntman hopping over smokestacks repeatedly, but there you go. Anyway, your time limit for the level is represented by the remainder display. But get this, for the time to go down, you have to be on the train. In other words, if you stay on top of the train tunnel, the timer won't go down and you won't make any money. Basically, the gameplay boils down to you running back and forth like an idiot and jumping over shit. I'm not kidding, that's all you do throughout the whole fucking level. You just run back and forth across a train and jump over shit. And as if that's not bad enough, then there's the bird with the boulder. This fucking vulture flies over every few seconds and tries to drop a boulder on your fucking head. Now this might not be so bad if they gave you some time to adapt to it. But no, they don't do that. Instead, the moment that the level starts, a bird flies over and drops a boulder on your fucking head. What the fuck?! I don't get a chance to so much as fucking fart and I lose a life. And that's not the worst part, oh no. The worst part is that if you don't move immediately, you can lose all your lives in under 10 seconds. Don't believe me? Here, I'll show you. How in the hell am I supposed to get used to the controls and the gameplay if the game's gonna kill me off in under 30 seconds? I guess this game comes from the sink or swim school of gameplay. And trust me, brother, you're gonna be sinking a lot. And even if you manage to get used to running right from the start, you still can fail in a number of other ways. If you jump into an obstacle, you lose a life. If you jump too close to an obstacle, you lose a life. If you fall off the train, you lose a life. If you go too close to the train tunnel, you lose a life. If you run too far to the right, you lose a life. Oh, and let's not forget getting hit by a boulder from that fucking vulture. If this game came with an asshole, it would be shitting all over you right this second. The only advice I can give you for playing the game is simple. Just get used to failing. A lot. In fact, this game shouldn't have been called The Fall Guy. Instead, they should have taken the first L out of fall and replaced it with an I, because that's all this fucking guy can do in the game. And when you play this level, you're only given 3 lives, or takes, and once they're gone, it's game over. And the game designers are so fucking cheap that they don't even give you a game over screen. Oh no, it just cuts right back to the title screen. I guess they must have thought, well, you're going to be losing so much anyway, why put one in there? My biggest gripe about the gameplay is that it's repetitive as all hell. It gets very boring very fast when all you do for 90 seconds is run across trains and jump over shit. And since you're confined to one screen, it doesn't even feel like you're making any progress. All you can do is run down the clock and try not to screw up too many takes. And if you think the second level's gonna get any better, well, think again. It's the same shit as the first level, except instead of trains, there's minecarts. And instead of a bird with a boulder, there's some yahoo with a rock that he keeps throwing at you.
Wowee, this is really gaming excitement, huh, folks?
Seriously though, after the first level, I just had enough. This game is too fucking boring to continue. The rendition of the Fall Guy theme is the only thing about this game that doesn't make me want to bang my head against a wall repeatedly. Here, listen. It's not great, but it's alright. That's probably about the best Elite could do, so I'll leave it at that. I give this game my highest recommendation, if you want to feel like a failure for 20 minutes and accomplish nothing, that is. Otherwise, I definitely steer clear of this fucking dreck. So in conclusion, you would think the guys who made this game would have wanted to redact their credits from the title screen after finishing with this piece of shit. But oh no, they kept their credits right on the title screen in big letters, so now I know exactly who to blame. Thanks for the heads up, guys. This is Film and Stuff signing off. Thanks for watching. What the fuck?